captaincy preview show for this year's event. We're going to head back over to the analyst corner now, and Abby and Steve are going to give us a rundown of the top 5 players that you should watch out for at this year's tournament.
Thanks very much, Will. We've got a great list of 5 players that we think you should be most concerned about if they aren't on your team this year. Maybe you'll even be able to snap one up. So, Steve, why don't you start with that?
Yeah, great, thank you, Abby. First player on our list at number 5 is a bit of a wild card, actually, a bit of an out there suggestion. But over the past 2 tournaments, they've produced some extremely consistent performances, despite having 2 different partners, and that is John Robinson. So, you know, we think John has been a great player. He's made some incredibly memorable shots, and I mean, who could forget the shot in the first tournament when he just simply dropped the ball into his opponent's cup after they came too close. I mean, it's absolute genius. We need to see more of that out-of-the-box thinking, and hopefully we'll see some of that this year.
Yeah, hopefully. Next up, we've got number 4, and this might be considered another underdog, but after making it to the quarterfinals twice, you can't doubt this guy's skills, and that guy is Daniel Green. If he can get the right partner, expect them to make it to the semi-finals this year for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Third on our list, so into the top 3 now, is Darren Quinton. Darren has been quarter-finalist in the first year, semi-finalist in the second year, so I think that we all know what that means. He's certainly going to the final this year. But, you know, obviously I joke. But only time will tell whether he can deliver that progression year on year. You know, he's able to follow his partner's shot consistently into the same cup, and that is an invaluable skill because it just obliterates teams and it really saps them around. It's a real great skill, and that's why he's so high on our list.
So, number 2 on our list, this is Ashley McFarlane. He's a veteran player, so you're all probably aware of him. And he already has his name on the shield. Unfortunately, depending if you're in the games, he hits every shot, mixing high-dropping balls with quick-fire bouncers, or he misses for days on end. A bit like last year, he didn't seem to show up really. But if he does, you can be sure to go far in this tournament.
And number 1, the one that we've all been waiting for, and that is one of last year's winners. It was a tough call, but we've gone for Thomas McGregor from last year's winners. We just felt, of the 2, he was the most consistent. Now, I wouldn't want to say he carried Nick, but, you know, that has been suggested. You know, he managed to he didn't come to the first tournament, so who knows what could have happened if he'd been there. We could have been looking at a 2-time champion, and I think the smart money is suggesting that we will see a 2-time champion in December.
So, not only have we got our 5 top players to watch for, but we've also got a pair to watch out for, and this is our wildcard spot. Last year was their first tournament, but they put in a great effort winning 3 games, but that didn't help them qualify for the quarterfinals, unfortunately. They lost out due to their cup difference being so low. So if they can get a favourable group, we definitely expect them to make it a run at it. Wondering who they are? It's Ricky and Gav. And that's about sums up everyone we think that you should look out for this year. Obviously, there are other great players at the tournament, but these are definitely the ones that stood out for us most last year.
Great, thank you, Abby. Earlier in the week, I caught up with 2012 champion Ash McFarlane, and it was a very interesting interview, and we're gonna show that for you now.